Hey you, and welcome to lesson 14. Today we will talk about future plans using going to and the present continuous. We will do a quick revision for present simple and the past simple and how to use some social expressions. So let's get to it. We talk about future plans today. Don't you love making plans? We all do. Some of us, at least, not all, but we need to know how to make future plans and how to use correct English to talk about your future plans. So in this lesson, that is where we're going to cover future plans. We use the present continuous as we talked in a previous lesson where we covered the present continuous. The present continuous has two uses. The first use is when we're talking about something that is happening right now at this moment. And the second use is when we talk about future arrangements. And we also explained what arrangement was. And arrangement is basically something that is set to happen in the future, but it's already confirmed. You already made the plans. If you're traveling, you already bought the tickets or you booked the tickets. If you are doing something, you already reserved the thing for whatever you're gonna do. It's confirmed. It's an arrangement. Okay, so we use the present continuous to talk about future arrangement. They are flying to Europe tomorrow. They're flying to Europe tomorrow. So am is are plus verb plus ing. That makes the present continuous. They're flying to Europe tomorrow. That means they already bought the tickets, they packed the bags, they're ready to go. Now, if we said going to is something that is going to happen in the future, but is not an arrangement yet. It means it's not 100% confirmed. The tickets haven't been bought yet. We use am is are, verb to be, plus going to, plus the infinitive. Going to also, we can use going to. If in American English, you say gonna. Basically, it's the same thing. Going to means gonna. So let's see here. Is are plus going to plus the infinitive form of the verb. We are going to stop in Verona. We are going to stop in Verona. It means that's the plan. That's the plan. It's not an arrangement, but it's a plan. We're leaving on Sunday at 6 o'clock. We're leaving on Sunday at 6 o'clock. Now that is an arrangement. We already have a time. We already have a ride. We are all set. We're ready to go. So we are leaving. As you can see, this is not. This is an arrangement, not just a future plan. They are going to have a bus tour of London. This is something that they plan to do, they'd like to do in the future, but it's not an arrangement yet. They haven't bought the tickets yet. Okay, so notice the difference between the two. Present continuous, that means it's an arrangement. It means it's confirmed. It's a done deal. While the present continuous, the going to is something you want to do in the future. It's not 100% confirmed. It's not an arrangement yet, but it's a plan. Okay. They are going to have a bus tour of London. These two forms are used to talk about future plans. There are, however, some differences between the two forms. So the first one, as we have discussed, is the present continuous the present continuous for future plans. Present continuous is used when we say that we have planned and arranged to do a specific to do at a specific time in the future. These are fixed plans with a definite time or place. Keep in mind that this is used for the near future. Okay, so it's not like something that you'll do in 10 years. Okay, we don't use a present continuous for that. But this is for the near future, like, it's happening this year, maybe next year. Okay, but not longer than that. Examples: I'm doing my homework this evening. I'm doing my homework this evening. It's an arrangement. I'm starting university in September. I'm starting university in September. Sally is meeting John at 7 o'clock this evening in a restaurant downtown. Confirmed. Plan. Confirmed plan means an arrangement. Now, if we use going to or gonna, we use going to express the future when we intend. Intend means when we want to do something or have decided to do something but did not arrange it yet. It means it's not 100% confirmed. We want to go in the future to Spain, but we haven't bought the tickets yet. I want to take a break, but I haven't informed my work yet. So it is a plan, but it's not an arrangement yet. Examples. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, there it is. I'm visiting my friend tomorrow. I'm visiting my friend tomorrow. This is an arrangement. Okay, it's not going to. It's an arrangement. I'm visiting my friend tomorrow. I already set a time. I talked to my friend. He's waiting for me. They are coming to our house on Saturday. Again, it's an arrangement. Why? What are you doing tonight? Again, do you have any arrangements for tonight? So we use the present continuous in the form of a question. We can use a present continuous to talk about arrangements, plans which you have already organized and they are set in the future. My brother is playing football. I am going to the cinema this weekend. I already booked the tickets. Are you having a party on your birthday? Your birthday is coming. There is no way around it. So are you having a party? Have you made arrangements? We use the present continuous when the activity has been arranged. We usually use going to for a plan which hasn't been arranged. So if you have, I'm meeting Emma after school, that is an arrangement. I'm going to watch TV after school, that is a hope, but your mom ain't gonna let you. Your mom is gonna have you do your homework, so you're not watching TV after school, but you're hoping, so you use going to. It's an intent. Doesn't always happen. We say, and we don't say. What do we say? My grandma is visiting us next week. My grandma is visiting us next week. This is an arrangement, present continuous. We don't say, my grandma visits us next week. Okay? We're going to Spain for our next holiday. That's what we're hoping, okay? That's our intent. That's what we would like to do. So we use going to. It's not an arrangement yet, but is an intent. We don't say we go to Spain for our next holiday. No present simple here. Is he helping his mom tomorrow? Is he helping his mom tomorrow? Not is he tomorrow helping his mom. Okay, why? Because remember we talked about something called the how we should structure a question always. So how do we should structure a question? We always put the question word plus the auxiliary plus the subject plus the verb plus complementary or any additional information. Now, question word is why, what, when, where, how. Auxiliary are either verb to be, is, am, are, do, did, have, has, or models like can or could or will, would. Okay, subject is the person who's doing it, and the verb. Now, if we don't have a question word, we still continue in the same order. We start with the auxiliary, the subject, and the verb. Here, is the auxiliary, so we start with the auxiliary followed by the subject, he, the person who's doing it, helping subject, verb, and ing because we started with an auxiliary that is verb to be. Always, if we start with the verb to be and we have a verb, it's always ing. Is he helping his mom tomorrow? If we say, is he tomorrow helping his mom? Then we would have started with the auxiliary, and then the subject, and then it's not followed by the verb. The auxiliary and the subject must be followed by the verb. So helping should be here. Okay? Let's do some more examples. I am going to be a teacher when I'm older. A plan, an intent for the future, not an arrangement. He's not going to play football anymore. He's not going to play football anymore. Also an intent, something he doesn't want to do anymore. Are you going to buy a new t-shirt? Asking you if you have an intent or you have any intention of buying a new t-shirt, because maybe your t-shirt is too ugly and people don't want to see you in it anymore, so they're giving you hints. Remember, we use going to talk about our future plans. I'm going to write my homework tonight. They are going to watch a film this weekend. Haven't bought the tickets yet, but they want to watch a movie this weekend, so they are making a plan. You can usually make the negative in two ways. He isn't going, or he's not going. Okay, this is a contraction. We can either put the contraction with is not, or we can put it with the subject pronoun, which is he is, and then we say he's. So he isn't, he is. They aren't, they are. I'm not going to read that book. Not amn't, because as we said before, am is not used in a contraction form, never. I'm not. You can use I am, but you cannot connect it with the not. We cannot connect the am with anything after it. So we can say I'm not, but you cannot say amn't. There isn't a word. Just you'll be talking gibberish. It means nonsense. She's going to have dinner. She's going to have a pizza for dinner. Not she's going to having a pizza for dinner. Okay? Have is a stative verb, and it doesn't take ing form. All right. Let's take a look at some example conversation. The windows are dirty. Yes, I know. I'm going to clean them later. So going to clean them later, that is my plan. I've decided to clean them, but I haven't arranged to clean them yet. Okay, because if I have arranged to clean them, I already set a time and made sure that I will clean them at that time. Like for example, I'm going to clean them. I'm going to clean them later. That's just a general open time showing a plan for the future. But if I said I'm cleaning them after work, it means it's an arrangement. I finish work and I go clean the windows. It means it's set. Let's take a look at B. We also use going to make predictions, right? What is a prediction? Saying that something is going to happen in the future. Watch out, you're going to break the glass. Watch out, you're going to break the glass. Watch out, it means be careful. Be careful, you're going to break the glass. It is so cloudy, I think it's going to rain. It is so cloudy, I think it's going to rain. Cloud, what you have in the sky, cloudy if you have too many of them and they're dark and it looks like it's going to rain. So you say, it's too cloudy, I think it's going to rain. All right, let's do an exercise together. Choose the right form of the verb. I fly by plane tomorrow. You travel to Paris tomorrow. I to the cinema tonight. There is a verb before to. They always have breakfast at 7:30. We go out this weekend. The library open at 8:30 and close at 7:30. The parents have a meeting on Sunday. We have a verb that is missing here. I to the cinema tonight. So here we should put the correct form of the verb go. Okay? So let's do these exercises together. I'm sure you've already answered them, but we're going to answer them together anyways. I fly by plane tomorrow. I am flying by plane tomorrow because it's an arrangement. It means I already have the tickets. I already booked my airport ride. You know, I'm going. That's it. There is no getting out of it. You travel to Paris tomorrow. Are you traveling to Paris tomorrow? Again, it's an arrangement because it's tomorrow. It means you already have the tickets. That's why I'm asking you for if you have arrangements to travel to Paris tomorrow. I go to the cinema. Here is the one we forgot to put, which is go. Put the right form of the verb go. You say, I'm going to the cinema tonight. I'm going to the cinema tonight. Again, we have a time. That means it's an arrangement. If we have a time, it's an arrangement. They always have breakfast at 7:30. Correct answer is they always have breakfast at 7:30. The have, this verb have, is correct. So we use it as it is. Why? Because we have present simple. Why do we have present simple? We have the present simple because we are talking about something that is routine. Okay? Something that always happens. If something that always happens, that is present simple. I wake up at 7 o'clock every day. I shower before I go to work. I shower before I go to work. So you're talking about your routine, your something that you always do on regular basis. So with these, we always use the present simple. We go out this weekend. We go out this weekend. We are going out this weekend. Again, it's an arrangement because we have a time set. The library open at 8:30 and close at 7:30. The library opens at 8:30 and closes at 7:30. Again, this is something that happens on a regular basis. This is a schedule. It happens every day. So we use the present simple. And because we're using the present simple, we must add the S. Because the library is single. This is too small. All right, hold on. Let me do this again. Because the library is single noun. We said with he, she, it, and single noun, we always add S to the verb if it's in the present simple. Same. The library opens, closes. The parents have a meeting on Saturday. The parents are having a meeting on Saturday. It is present continuous, means an arrangement. Why? Because we have a set time, which is Saturday. All right. Well done, everybody. Let's do a simple present summary. I am not, am I? I is a subject, am is the affirmative or the verb to be. This is in case of a positive sentence. I am in the negative is I'm not. If a question is am I? He, she, it is. Affirmative, that means positive. He, she, it isn't or is not. That is negative. Is he, is she, is it? That is question. You, we, they Are. You are, they are, we are. That is affirmative, positive. You're not, they're not, we're not. Or you aren't, they aren't, we aren't. That is negative. Are you? Are they? Are we? That is question form. Other verbs, we can say, I play, you play, they play. I don't play, we don't play, do I play? He plays, she plays, it plays. He doesn't play, doesn't, because we have the, when we have do in the present simple, and we have he, she, it, or a single noun, we must always not forget the add the es to the does. Why do we add this e and not just an s? Because the last letter is a vowel. That means we cannot just add the s. We must add an e before the s. We've covered this before. Does he play? Let's talk about the adverb of frequency, the indefinite adverbs of frequency. They are never, we're going from the bottom to the top. Never means 0%, rarely 5%, seldom is 10%, occasionally is 30%, sometimes 50%, often 70%, frequently that is 80%, usually 90%, always is 100%. What you must remember is never is always 0%, always is 100%, always. But the others, they can, depending on where are you looking, they could vary in percentage. So maybe usually they will say 80%, still correct, 90%. Frequently, maybe they'll say 70% or 80%, doesn't matter. But what we must remember is always 100%, never that's 0%. That is fixed. Okay, now when we have the adverb of frequency, we always use the present simple. It's a sign. We always use the present simple with the adverb of frequency. Why? Because we are speaking about something that is repeated. Repeated actions means routine. It means something that happens on a regular basis. That means present simple. Okay? Now, let's do a quick revision for the past simple. We said a past simple is something that happened and ended in the past, and it doesn't affect the now or the future. Something completely ended. That's why we use the past simple. She played tennis with her friend last week. We also covered when we took the past simple that we have signal words like last. Signal words shows us or indicate that this is past simple. Okay, what are the signal words? Last, yesterday, any date before today, ago. Those are signal words for the past simple. So you must remember this. If you see any of those signal words, that means the action is completed. It consists of the second form of the verb. That means ed form of the verb. The first form of the verb is always the present simple or the base form of the verb. The second form of the verb is the past simple, which is verb plus ed. And the third form of the verb is the past participle. We are going to cover this in the coming lessons. What you must remember that not all verbs are regular. So the second form of the verb is not always ed. We have lots and lots of irregular verbs. So you must keep that in mind. With most verbs, the past tense is formed by adding ad. Those are called regular verbs. Call, called, like, liked, want, wanted, work, worked. Those are regular verbs. But we have lots and lots and lots of irregular verbs, such as be. Be, the past of be is was or were, depending. Because be could be is, could be am, and could be are. So if it's is, then it's was. If it's am, it's was. If it's are, then it's were. Cut, it stays cut. Do, did. Draw, drew. Focus on the pronunciation as well. Draw, drew. Drive, drove. Eat, ate. Feel, felt. Find, found. Let, lose, lost. Make, made. Meet, met. Okay, let's take a look at the past simple questions and negatives. We use did to make a question. Did is used in two cases, okay? Did, we use it. Did. We use it if we are making a negative. If we are making a negative sentence. So we use it with negatives. Or if we are making a question, okay? That is when we use did or do. Also, what you must remember, we covered this with do, it's the same thing with did. And that is, if we have do or did in the sentence, then the auxiliary, then the verb is always the base form of the verb or the bare infinitive. That means the verb is without any additions. No ing, no ed, no s. Okay, just the verb in its base form. Okay, so notice here, before we read these questions, let's take a look at the verb. So did play, did live, did meet, did go, did make. Okay? Oops, that's not even a question. But the rest are. All right, so did she play tennis when she was younger? Did you live abroad? Abroad, it means outside your country. When did you meet your wife? Where did you go for your holidays? If we have who in the question, with the question word who, we don't use did. Okay? If we have where, when, it's okay. We can use did. How, we can also use did. With all the question words we can, but who, no. We don't usually use did with who. So we say, who discovered penicillin? Who discovered penicillin? We don't say, who did discover penicillin, okay? Who wrote Don Quixote? I have no idea. All right, so for negatives, we use didn't. Again, the verb is still bare infinitive. Didn't get, didn't see, didn't go, and we just add the not after the did, so it did becomes didn't or did not. Okay, so that is all for today. I want you to do the quiz, no skippies, and I'll see you next class. Have a good one.